What is going on, everyone? Welcome along to another video here on the channel. My name is Ash. You will know me as Brommer18. Today we are going through my, personal review of the FIFA 23 gameplay. That is because I have managed to play the closed beta, so as a result I get a pretty good idea of what we can expect going forward. Before we do get into that, first things first, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and ring the bell so you get notifications every time I upload. Don't forget to check out my Patreon, lots of great perks and rewards on there. The link is down below, as is the link to my second channel as well, where you can get access to a whole range of other content from the likes of FIFA and other games as well. On that note, let's get into it. So then, first things first, with regards to, the beta, just a slight disclaimer. Obviously, because it is a beta, I guess we have to say, things can change before the game is released. Now, things do change from the beta to game release, but only small tweaks. Generally the gameplay is what it is. They can't all of a sudden make a brand new game in the space of a few weeks, a couple of weeks. So, generally what you see is what you get. With that in mind, I think I'm in a fairly good position to kind of talk about the beta at this point and talk about the gameplay itself. Now, we're not going to go into game modes here. I'm hoping to get a couple of more videos out over the course of this week with regards to career mode, player career mode, manager career mode, and giving more reviews on that, so do keep an eye out for them as well. Today I want to talk about the actual gameplay itself. So what are my initial thoughts? Well, I hated it. I hated the gameplay. Really bad. As of recording this, the beta is actually still out, but I am no longer playing it. I really didn't like it at all. And instead I've gone back to FIFA 22. Like, that's how bad it is. And it's such a shame to think this and to be like this, because I just can't believe it, really. I had hopes that it would at least improve. We would see minor improvements here and there, despite the fact it is EA. And we didn't. It feels progressively worse. And going onto the forums, the beta forums, generally people are pissed. I'll be honest with you. People are really annoyed, and they're feeling the same way. I've had a couple of people on my YouTube and stuff saying they like the beta, which is fine. Obviously, it's your own opinion and stuff, but I personally can't see how. I think it's a lot worse. Now, there are a lot of things to kind of get into as to why it is much worse, why the gameplay is really bad. And I have to say, it's led to me starting to wonder what I'm going to do for the future of content on this channel, because if it is that bad, I just cannot play these games. I cannot play this game. Simple. First things first, the major problem, the biggest problem, which really is game breaking for me, is the defending. Now, I'm not one of these people, but I've spoken to people who, over the course of the last week or so, have said they are yet to keep a clean sheet in the beta. That's ridiculous. That is, quite frankly, shocking, and that just goes to show you guys just how bad it really is. Now, it has been bad for many years in FIFA, because it's EA style. They want just lots of goals. They don't want that realism. They want it to be like a kind of arcade end-to-end game. But it's awful. It's horrendous. I can't agree with that mentality, because ultimately everything just becomes saturated. It's not satisfying. If you score a goal, it isn't satisfying. And when you concede loads of goals, it's extremely frustrating. And part of the reason why the defending is so bad is not only kind of the fast game speed, but also the AI. The AI on your team, if you're not controlling a player, they'll just stand there. They will just stand there. They won't move. They'll ball watch. And that's it. And that's the reason why you're just conceding so many goals, because ultimately you'll close the ball down. Other players on the opposition team are going unmarked. Runs going unchecked. And, areas just aren't filled by your own teammates. It's horrendous. It's even worse than FIFA 22. And it was bad in FIFA 22. It's been bad for a while. But this has really kind of top the bill, so to speak. The thing I don't get is that hypermotion technology is supposed to address these issues. It's supposed to be able to notice how a team changes shape. You've got everyone on the pitch at once, and how that kind of adjusts, and how runs are made and followed and tracked. And it seems to have gotten worse, despite the fact that we're on now the second iteration of FIFA with hypermotion technology. So I don't understand why this is such a huge issue. And make no mistake, This is game breaking. It really is. It's fundamental part of football, and it is just wrong. It is so bad in the game. It's awful. Constantly in games, it's like 4-3 and 6-4, like in the career modes, and I'll talk about more about this in the career mode gameplays. But say in player career, for example, I was doing a player career, and obviously I'm not controlling all the players, I'm only controlling one player, and games are finishing like 6-4 and 7-0. What? It's like 4-minute halves. How is that a thing? How can that be allowed to get through? So, not good at all. In addition to that, I still found the same old exploits, such as lots of space down the wing, hitting them down the wing, custom tactics, more than ever, are absolutely broken. Like, they do not work. No custom tactics, no player instructions, nothing of that ilk works. This is to the point where it's even worse than last year, because you've got defensive midfielders who are just out of position and leaving so much space in and around the kind of central areas, and as a result it's easy for the opposition just to keep going through those areas and scoring. Again, it's kind of just the same old issues from previous years all the time. You know, the way players touch the ball and bring the ball down on a dime, the way that they can, you know, they unnaturally shoot, the way they unnaturally control and pass the ball. There's a whole range of really just bad issues with this game. Now, there are so many of those issues that I can't go through and name them all in this video. You know, I'm just trying to give you guys kind of a detailed all-round picture. And obviously the likes of the defending, the AI and stuff, the shooting, the easy exploits and the tactics are the biggest issues. You know, there are other issues such as goalkeepers not tracking the ball properly, still issues with set pieces, you can't create your own set pieces, the way the team's set up, positionally, zonally, you know, from opposition goal kicks, everyone will fall back, no one will push up and press and try to stop or prevent short distributions from the goalkeepers. Players on set pieces will generally just kind of stand around, not make the right movement, not get in the right positions. There's just a plethora, an absolute plethora of really bad issues with this game, and unfortunately there's like too many to list. There are a couple of good things. For one, the presentation is definitely getting better, the likes of the crowd, etc. The stadiums, just graphically in general, it's starting to look a little bit better, as it generally does year on year, to be honest. Lots of aesthetically pleasing things in that regard. The likes of the crowd and stuff and the chants, very, very good, as they have been for a while in FIFA. So that's always something pleasing. On top of that, there were good things as well, such as the new set piece rework, some better than others. The free kicks seemed decent, as did the penalties, really. You know, corners as well, in terms of the way you take them, better. I certainly think I prefer them to the original or previous system. So that was at least something good. But generally, on the whole, a really bad experience. Didn't enjoy it at all. Now, it is worth bearing in mind, I also didn't change any of the sliders because I wanted to get a kind of clear picture of the actual base gameplay of FIFA. Plus, I knew if there were going to be tweaks to the game before it was released, there'd be no point in me trying to find the right sliders, because that will then need changing when the game does eventually get released. So do just bear that one in mind as well. Overall, though, a really frustrating experience, and I am very concerned about what the future of the game and my channel, by extension, the content is going to look like this year, because, you know, I can't keep having to play this game when it's just so bad and just not enjoyable at all. So what do you guys think? If any of you play the beta, let me know down below whether you agree with me or disagree. I know some people will disagree, and that's absolutely fine. Let me know. Anyone who hasn't played the beta, what are your thoughts and expectations going in to this game when it is released later in September? Please do let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notifications every time I upload a video. And on top of that, check out my Patreon. The link is down below. Lots of great perks and rewards on there, as is the link to my Twitter. Give me a follow on there, and my second channel with lots of great content coming your way. Also, check out my Manchester United Career Mode live stream series that is ongoing on the moment. You can find the playlist, hopefully, down below. On that note, we are going to round it off there. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon.